Another day, a lot more to do. So, uh, yeah, to show you where again overwhelm and grief just fry your brain in so many different ways. I just did this video and had didn't realize that the mic wasn't turned on; it was muted the entire time. So it was a silent heck. It was a silent film. At least I can laugh about that. That's progress right there. But that yeah, that's just a piece of it. There's been some progress with the fact I can laugh at all. I can appreciate that. And if you're not there yet, when you get to the point where you can start laughing at things, you've made some progress. There's so much more to do though. And one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the apartment, the state of the apartment. It's they say that your environment has an effect on your mood. And so if you're in a messy environment, if your desk is messy, if your area is messy, then it just affects you. And I'm thinking that that's definitely true because again, my area looks a lot like my mind right now. Again, it looked a lot like this. It looks worse now. But we had all these boxes here when Melissa was around because when we moved, she had broken her wrist the day before we moved, which at CrossFit, like I mentioned at one point. And we were going to tackle this thing together. There was a lot of boxes that have memories that we had brought again from our parents for us that we brought over from the U.S. And again, just to add to this whole thing. So a lot of the stuff, not a lot of it, but there's a good number of pieces that are my mother's. And my mother was moving over to France with us. My mother, on the when we boarded the plane, ended up with a stroke, which then they had to stop the boarding, take her off. That obviously delayed our departure to France for us because I'm not leaving her behind. And then she died in the hospital 3 days later. Later on, this whole thing happened the day we were moving to France. So again, so far it's been an interesting couple of years. That was grief in and of itself, but I didn't. It was awful, but it was the natural order of things. Your parents are supposed to die before you. So it was awful. Because again, she was one of my favorite people ever. I credit her with all the best parts about me. And so, yeah, so we have stuff that she was bringing here to live her life with. We put it into storage because it was shipped out in front of us. So we had to wait. Again, it was all paid for. It got there, put it into storage, and that was that. So it's been in storage for years. So among the things like that, Melissa's parents were deceased prior to that. We got memories from them, just a bunches of stuff for years together, and a bunch of it's in boxes. We were going to go through it and again donate what we could donate and get rid of whatever else. So it's still here. She was going to help, but she couldn't right off the bat because of the wrist. I was going to do it and have her supervise. So she said no, she wants to help, like physically do stuff. So I'm like, all right, cool, we'll do it. And it never got done. And now, of course, things are moving around. I have actually gotten rid of some stuff, but I'm going to show you what I'm looking at, and you'll see part of my overwhelm. Okay. So this is what you're not seeing behind me when I'm filming this. Okay, so you recognize that angle, but behind me I've got this. This is stuff that's been moved so that it's going to be donated. And a couple of pieces kept for photography purposes. And then we go over here, and this hall is just insane. So these are boxes. I got between books. I've got God knows how many books that I love, and I've collected over the years that are about to be donated. I'm going to give them to friends in Paris if they'll come and get them. Otherwise, they're going to go to a charity. So this is the office, which was originally a bedroom as far as the apartment was designed, but we were using it as an office. And that mattress right there is because since it was a bedroom, and when our older daughter came to visit, we could just pop that down to the floor, move some stuff out, and that'd be that. Continue on down here. Just a quick look into our bedroom, which is now solely my bedroom, which kills me every morning and every night. And basically that bike's pretty much sold already. So all of this, again, needs to be condensed so that it fits into a small one-bedroom apartment in Paris. And so that's part of what we're looking at. So again, that's all got to be brought down. I still have to find an apartment in Paris. I live in Compiègne, which is 45 roughly minutes by train northeast of Paris. So Paris apartments are competitive. My price point is not what it used to be. And yeah, so the reason I have to get out of here is because I don't have no way of that I'm aware of making money here in Compiègne. So my best bet is to get to Paris, where there's more opportunity. It's also more expensive, but again, it's you have a chance of making some money versus here where I don't, and therefore, even if it's less expensive, eventually it runs out because I can't bring anything in. So that just kind of adds things that I'm doing to help myself. So I've got a friend coming in from the south. Let's go from Montpellier. That was the place that we moved to when we first moved to France. Beautiful, beautiful city. I actually still kind of miss it. But again, not as easy to make money down there for what I do, which is a photographer, as it is in Paris. So we made friends. That was great. Here was kind of didn't get a chance to meet anybody really. And in Paris, I know a few people, and it's a big city, so I feel that I'll be able to meet some more people. That's just part of that will be part of the living. But right now we're in the survival mode. And when I say we, I'm talking me, I'm talking you, possibly. Well, you definitely, if you're watching this in the middle of your grief journey, if you're watching this at the end and just kind of reliving, then hopefully you've made it through on your in the living phase. But I'm not there yet, so I have hope that I'm going to make it there. I have no proof. I have nothing but hope. I'm feeling better. I'm feeling much better, but again, much better is a very, very low bar. You can't. It's hard for me to imagine feeling worse than I felt for the first few days, well, the first month. Now we're in month 2, not through month 2, but we're in month 2. And now I'm just overwhelmed. I'm not crushingly anxious, anxiety ridden. I don't wake up having difficulty breathing. Again, so I'll get back to my friend coming up. The things I mentioned, things I'm doing that I think that may or may not be helping, but they're definitely not hurting. And just to give yourself a routine, I think sometimes helps. It's helping me. I think it's helping me. We'll know when I look back on this sometime in the future. I can look back at this and go, wow, you've come so far. I can't wait for that day to happen. But in the meantime, I just have to just grind through this and just hope and just know that it will happen. But anyway, I can do my breathing exercises, the Wim Hof method of those, because again, it helps. I think physically it helps. It's kind of like a spiritual, well, not spiritual, maybe spiritual. It depends on where you want to go with that, but it's meditative. And I follow that up with 25 push-ups and 50 squats as my get right after I come back with walking the dogs. I don't want them to have to wait for me to do that kind of stuff. But so as soon as I get back, I do that. It's part of a routine now. So even when I'm thinking, oh, do I want to do this? I just feel, okay, you have to do it. That, make the bed, just some small wins so that your day starts on a positive. And then I go about instead of looking at my list of things, what's left on the list from yesterday, and then create a new list and then start going through those. Okay. That's currently what I'm doing. Of course, listen to some podcasts, motivational stuff, things to motivate me, again, how to get through grief, things to motivate me how to be more focused, things to give me different ideas of how to make money. Just things that are future focused, except the grief part is the grief podcasts that I listen to are just basically to help me cope. And so whatever sauce, whatever little sausage of things you put together to get through the day, that's up to you, whatever helps. And there's no right or there's no wrong. And I'm not sure if I'm right at all, but this is what I'm doing. And right now I feel better than I did. So maybe it's helping. Back to my friend coming out. Yeah, he's on the train. So he's just a really nice guy. The fact he's coming up from, it's a 3.5 hour train ride, and he's going to spend the night. And we'll go out to dinner, probably. I don't even know what we're going to do, but I know we're going to talk. And we've already spoken in the past, and he has a grief journey of his own. He lost his wife a while back in the United States when he had 2 small children, and so I knew that he was coming from a spot that he could understand, and a lot of people can't understand. Your best friends, casual acquaintances, and everybody in between. A lot of them don't have this kind of thing. Everybody at some point or another is going to lose somebody really, really special to them, but a lot of times it happens later, and with warning. So Troy's wife had died of cancer a long time ago, and he was sad. Obviously, kids were sad. Kids were young. Kids process this differently. But he moved the stuff into the attic, he told me. And then when he years later decided to move to France, he had to get rid of the stuff. And that's where, again, some wisdom came in that's helping me. Because of all the stuff you saw, there's a story attached to almost every piece. Like I'm an emotional, sentimental pack rat. And getting rid of all this stuff that had her written on it, basically, was just crushing me. Like it's hard. But he had told me that it's not her. So when he had to get rid of his wife's stuff to move over, he initially had a hard time, but he had to realize that was because she's not there, that the stuff is stuff. It's not her. So that was very, very helpful. So now, as I've gotten rid of a few things, and I have to get rid of almost everything else, including this somehow. And this I absolutely love. I've talked Melissa out of getting rid of it a number of times because it's so big and cumbersome, but I love it so much. So if I can find a way to get this to the next apartment, I will. But at some point or another, I know it's going to go. So it might make sense just to get rid of it sooner than later. But we'll see. Maybe it's something I hold on to. Yeah. You just have to recognize that your loved one is not in things. Your loved one is in your heart. Again, my heart doesn't feel like it even exists anymore. But once it starts to feel like it's there again, I know that she's there and she's in my head. She's in my memories. And there's so many more. I'd say that there's so many more good memories than bad memories, but there's so few bad memories that it doesn't even make sense to make the comparison. Because we rarely ever fought. She was so. Everybody's got the perfect person for them. Some people enjoy conflict. We didn't, and we managed without much conflict for 24 years. Had a few fights here and there, but again, you can. We, in 24 years, if we fought, it was five times, like as far as fights versus just like just a disagreement or something like that. That would be the most, and I can't even remember what they were about, which shows you they were obviously stupid and inconsequential, which is why we survived that whole thing. We had so few of them. So yeah, but hold on to something. Like again, there's memories. Let's say this shirt, which is now my favorite shirt. Uh, we got the Soggy Dollar Bar. It's on an island called Ghost Van Dyke down in the British Virgin Islands. We were married in on St. John in the American Virgin Islands, U.S. Virgin Islands, and had gone over by boat because this was recommended, and just a really cute, tiny little place, but it's well known. And so apparently, I don't even remember buying the shirt. It was either that time or another time we were there, but either way, where how the shirt was acquired, beside the point. Didn't even know we had it until she was in the hospital and we were going through stuff. I was going through stuff trying to bring her some things, and I found the shirt. I'm like, oh, hey, this is great. Here's a positive memory. I'm going to bring this back. She can wear it in the hospital with some other stuff. And then she had a lung biopsy. So she was wearing this the day that she had her lung biopsy. So the entire time she was sick, she never coughed up blood. And this was once they found out that she had lung cancer, constant questioning, especially since she had a cough, which was the only symptom that she had. Constantly asked, have you coughed up blood? The answer is always no. So the one time that she actually coughed up blood was after the lung biopsy, and that's because they were digging in her lungs, and what's good, lungs don't like to have stuff in them, and by pulling things out. So of course there's some blood. She coughed up some blood, and it got onto the shirt. So she was upset by that. I'm like, don't worry, I'll take it home. I'll wash it. I'll get the blood out. I'll bring it back. So I got most of it out, and then she passes away. And I didn't think about it at the time, but when I was trying to get the blood out, but there's still a tiny trace of discoloration, which I could probably get out. Maybe, I don't even know, but I don't want to. Now I'm hoping it never goes away. Now I wish it was darker, and I wish it was more obvious. Because again, this is her, and I think of her when I see the shirt, when I wear the shirt, which is why it's now my favorite shirt. Yeah, so hold on to something, like, and don't throw everything away. But you don't need to keep most of it. A few sentimental objects that are easy to pack around, because again, most of our loved ones are in our memories. Actually, at this point, yeah, whether there's an afterlife or not, I don't know. I'd like to believe there's one. I don't. I really, truly, truly want to be proven wrong in that. But none of us are ever going to know until we actually, eventually, we all pass away. And the only time, if it's knowable, that will be the only time we'll know. So, yeah, I'll let you know soon how my my hangout with Troy was, and whatever else is going on. So, in the meantime, just hang in there, survive, get through tomorrow, forget tomorrow, get through today. Tomorrow will take care of itself when it gets there. You can only worry again. You can only survive the day, and so survive today, and we'll revisit. We'll revisit the next today. No, we'll visit the next day. Whatever. I think you get what I mean. All right. Take care.